Okay, next up is Valentine's Day, and it seems as though great actors, I guess movies with great casts and great actors, whatever, are everywhere on this week's show. And you know what? They're even in this hopelessly crazy romantic comedy. As a matter of fact, there's too much, and that is this movie's central problem. So who we got here? Well, let me run it down for you. We got Jessica Alba, Kathy Bates, Jessica Biel, Bradley Cooper, Eric Dane, Patrick Dempsey, Hector Elizondo, Jamie Foxx, Jennifer Garner, Topher Grace, Anne Hathaway, Carter Jenkins, Ashton Kutcher, Queen Latifah, Taylor Lautner, George Lopez, Shirley MacLaine, Julia Roberts, her niece Emma Roberts, Bryce Robinson, Taylor Swift, Larry Miller, and well, there you go. Now that's quite a cast. Those are some great actors in there, and some are good actors, and some aren't good actors at all. Lautner. But, and this leads me just to one big question. Where was Eric Roberts in all this? I mean, come on, he's Julia's brother, Emma's father. Well, I'm just saying. No, I'm just kidding. But the question I really had was, how the heck can any film, this cluttered mess of a film, be any good? Any film that's a big cluttered mess like this, it's just with too many characters, that many of which had potential to be enjoyable and likable characters. That is what really bugged me the most. Now, the movie is only 2 hours. Now, yes, only 2 hours. The movie with this many characters has to be even longer than that. Kind of like Love Actually, a fantastic film doing the same concept that got to let us know all the characters and who they were without boring us or without overdoing it or without underdoing it. Now, I mean, it's clear to me that all the filmmakers did here was make a romance film about Valentine's Day, just capitalizing on the success of last year's He's Just Not That Into You, a far much superior film that had a lot of cast members, but not overly too much, and we were able to easily keep up with the stories, the characters, and they were likable. Now, obviously, that movie worked, and as well it should. It was a good film. With the opening weekend of this film, obviously it did too, sadly. This film basically pays off the aspects of, or plays off the aspects, I should say, of intertwining stories of love and yada yada yada. The sad thing is that there's some interesting stuff here. I really enjoyed the fantastic and legendary iconic Oscar winner Shirley MacLaine, now nearing 76 years old, and Hector Elizondo as an old married couple. The least interesting would probably be the two Taylors and their scenes together. Yawn. Twilight fans rejoice. I just kept rolling my eyes at them. Anyway, of course this film uses, everybody with me now, formulas! Now, let's see, we got best friends who are in love but deny it to each other, guy who thinks she loves him but doesn't, girl who thinks he loves her but he's really married, people on an airplane strike up a conversation, misunderstanding phone call, first crush, yada 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 yada. Anyway, this isn't to say that a film like He's Just Not That Into You had its formulas, because let's be fair, it did. But it's what they did with it. They made it interesting. They took their own little spin with it. Now, good or bad, I guess it'd be really unfair for me, all kidding aside, to really criticize the actors, because they're not given enough time to give their characters any dimension. That is the big problem here, so really I can't fault them. The central story in this film actually revolves around a florist by the name of Reed, played by Ashton Kutcher, and his best friend, played by Jennifer Garner. And you know what? To the shock of many, including myself even, Kutcher is pretty good here. As I think at this point now, he's in his career, he's with his performance even in Spread or last year I should say, which was a really good movie, which was his best performance of his career, I might add. He's really getting an understanding of what developing a character with feelings and emotions is all about, and I really wanted to see more of his character here. And he makes the most of his time here, I will give him that. George Lopez manages to score a couple laughs as Kutcher's buddy, playing, of course, the wisecracking male friend role. And you know what? With better material and a better film, and maybe if Lopez wrote it himself, he could make that type of character memorable. Heck, I'd like Lopez to write, star, and direct in his own film, because the man is a great comedian, if you ask me. And he's been quite good in other films, and including his all-too-brief role in this one, and I love his sitcoms. Now, this could have been a wonderfully entertaining love story with good characters. They took the best ones and just made a movie about them, rather than just clutter it up with people we really have no interest in because we never have time to. Now, it could have been great. Now, all this movie film was really just making us do is go, oh look, there's so-and-so, and that guy, I remember he was in that, and stuff like that. But we never even get a fair enough try in this film. There were a lot of moments in Valentine's Day I genuinely enjoyed, even some big laughs. but it left a lot to be desired, which is why I have to give it 2.5 stars out of 5.